Hey guys, Thomas here. Today we're talking about the latest update in Velocidrone. Basically, they did a massive overhaul of Velocidrone, so we thought it'd be good to actually do a sort of run through of what's new. Basically, in the new Velocidrone, you drive cars instead of planes. I'm kidding, by the way. But the new little start menu thing is really cool. What that is actually for the new DLC. And what they've got is a drift track with cars that you can chase, which is really cool. But we won't be focusing on that for this video since I don't actually have the DLC yet. What we will be covering though is some of the changes for the standalone game. So here we are just scrolling through some of the menu screen. You can see they've really changed the UI up from what they had previously. I'd say it looks a lot more sort of modern and refreshed, which is pretty cool. Still getting used to navigating the menus. If you are curious about my settings, you can actually see them there as sort of a bonus. So if you want to see what I'm using, those are my settings. But what we'll do now, we'll hop over to Nemesis mode and go through some flying. As you can see, we have a really cool select the quad menu now. There's actually quads flying in the background too, which is really cool. So these are the quad settings that I use for Velocidrone. You can copy those if you want. I think they're pretty generic settings, to be honest. I'm not sure how much the actual frames impact the aerodynamics in the game. I mainly fly single class, so I don't really know the ins and outs of Velocidrone. It's just sort of the class that to me feels the most fun. So hopping into a track. So one of the biggest changes they've done to the flight model, I believe, is how they manage the aerodynamics in the game. I'm not certain on what the ins and outs of that are, but what I do know is when I loaded up the game again, my old PIDs didn't actually work. So, well, they did work, but it was just really vibraty. So I ended up resetting the model back to defaults, and then I just put my rates in, and now it seems pretty happy. However, it does feel a lot more realistic. I really can't wait to sort of compare this back to real life sometime. Right now we're in lockdown in Melbourne, so not really much racing happening. But it does feel a lot better. One thing I did notice was that my dad, he was actually flying a lot better in Velocidrone, just finding it a lot easier to adapt to. And another thing too, I used to get really queasy playing Velocidrone. It was something I sort of almost had to build a tolerance towards to get used to it. Some 3D games just do that to me. And I think the way they're handling the light now, or the graphics, something like that, it does look a lot more different, a lot more contrasty than before. But also, I just don't seem to get any kind of nausea or anything anymore. That's actually a really nice benefit to it. It just means I can sort of play more. I don't really need to worry about getting sick or anything. I just sort of play for an hour if I want to, play for 5 minutes, play for 2 hours. I did actually have one couple hour sort of grind on one of the tracks, which is really, really good fun. So yeah, overall, just really enjoying the simming. Overall, a really nice update for Velocidrone. Thank you so much, Ashley, and I'm not sure, is he the only developer? I'm not sure if he's the only developer or not, but the development crew behind Velocidrone, very good job. Thoroughly enjoy the latest update. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick update on Velocidrone. If you're not normally keen on sims, I highly recommend you give Velocidrone a go in the latest update. I think they've done a really brilliant job of this one.
Coming for the throne. Kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins. Won't play it safe. I don't belong with you, no baby. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall.